guys, welcome to my podcast. So as I promised, I want to share with you what's been going on with bodybuilding and me, what's been going on with me being off social media for a little bit. So let's get down to the point. After starting prep, I started feeling some kind of different feeling. You know, when you start a prep, you have that feeling of accomplishment, that feeling of wanting to succeed, that feeling of wanting to prove myself. And I did not feel it this time. This time, I felt bored. I felt discouraged. I felt some different kind of type of way. And maybe it was not related to my bodybuilding journey, or maybe it was. I really don't know. But something was right. But as our mind controls our body so much, prep was not going well as well. I've been struggling to lose weight. I've been struggling, although I adhere to my diet and my exercise 100%, struggling with just, sleeping and keeping my energy high. And I decided to start checking out what's going on with me and really going to the bottom of it. And I went to the endocrinologist. I did a few tests, and the hormones were not okay. So as much as I wanted to continue, I took a step back, and I decided that it's time to focus on my clients, and it's time to take maybe different measures to recover, take different measures to look at fitness. I am still training. I am still doing cardio, just a tiny bit, for the, a healthy heart. I'm still eating right. I'm still eating healthy foods. I'm still taking my supplements, Blackstone Lab supplements, especially harmonized, because it really helps to regulate your hormones. And still doing further testing and still trying to figure out what's the best approach to recover. What I wanted to talk about is when you should stop your prep. And I've been struggling with this many years. I never had a long enough off season. I always felt like I need to continue competing. I need to continue proving myself because the judges will forget me, or I will, get too old, or I miss my chance, or what if I should have won that show that I didn't do. So I was competing many times a year, putting my body through a lot of stress, not recovering enough. Well, at least I thought I was recovering enough, but I guess 3-4 months, even 5 months of prep is not enough for your hormones. That's why they were not producing sufficient enough amount of hormones. That's one of the reasons that I think somebody should take a step back and figure out that their health is more important, and the sport was always going to be there. I know it's hard, especially now when it's summer and you want to look shredded and do photo shoots. Guys, I still do photo shoots. Yes, I do. Little did I know, the average body looks me off season, right? Well, we all know that this is an extreme sport, and sometimes we lose perspective of those body images. We feel incomplete maybe when we are not shredded, especially in the summer. So we don't feel like we should do a photo shoot if we're not shredded. Wrong. I actually feel more comfortable doing a photo shoot when I'm fuller, I have more curves. So conclusion, just accept yourself and accept your health and where you're at with your health right now, and try to do the best thing to recover. The reason I still do photo shoots is to stay on track, to stay in a weight that is comfortable to carry, not to exaggerate, not to go, out of my plan completely for a whole month. Number 2 is, how do you know that you need to take a step back? Is if you're doing a lot of cardio, a lot of workout, not missing a day, and nothing changes, and you keep grinding and grinding and grinding to the ground. If you're not succeeding 12 weeks out, 10 weeks out, 6 weeks out, you still not seeing no changes, no results, it's time to recover. It's time to reverse and maybe try again. Check your hormones. If everything's okay, go for it. Maybe different approach. But if you are not progressing for multiple amount of months, something's wrong. Either with your coach, either with your adherence to your diet, or your hormones. Number 3 is financial or family issues. If you feel like this prep is taking a toll on your financials, taking a toll on your family relationships, a big toll. I'm talking about girls getting divorced over prep. No. You cannot ruin your life for a trophy. If your husband is fighting with you because you're in prep, it doesn't mean you need to stop competing or means that you need to switch a husband. It means that something needs to be done. Dive into that conversation. Talk to your husband. Talk to your significant other. Talk to your parents. Talk to your friends. Let them understand how much this means to you. But in no shape or form, just, live your life. Decide that you're not going to participate in any social events just because of prep or because people don't understand you. There's an issue to dissolve here. Financially, if you are incapable to pay for your shows, more said than done. Sometimes you need that a strategy of doing multiple shows a year. Sometimes you're hitting the national circuit and you need to do 4 shows that year. Or you are a pro and you need to get your points to do Olympia. You need to be ready. You need to save before so you can manage to keep that strategy going, and you're not going to, take another mortgage on your house just for competing. Let's be reasonable, Competing will always be there. It's an amazing sport. It's fun to compete, but is it all your life? Is that all what you're about? I don't think so. And I think the last reason you should take a step back is if you're just not having fun. Really, it is not for everybody. And sometimes it's not even about that. Sometimes if you've been competing for a long time and you've been grinding like I did 7 years nonstop, maybe it's time to take a step back, refresh, fall in love again with the sport, and do it all over again a little bit later. I'm always stressed about, nobody's getting younger. You need to get your pro card in a certain age, and then you need to start a family, and then you need to recover from pregnancy and start to hit the pro circuit. And it's very stressful when you reach your 30s decision-making period. What should I do first? Your career, your hobby, your family? What's going first? Well, that is very individual. Really sit down with yourself and write down what is important for you in life. Take yourself away from the situation and really summarize and see what is your life goal? What is important for you? Maybe you don't want to have children, and that's totally okay. That means that you don't need to hurry to get your pro card. If you do want to have children, it doesn't mean that you need to hurry to get your pro card, because we don't control who gets the pro card. Maybe you need to take a step back, have a baby, come back later, or maybe you still have time to have a baby and you can continue competing. Really, a very individual decision. It is hard to step back. It is emotionally, mentally, and physically hard to see everybody competing, to go to shows, to be very involved, because I'm myself a coach and I'm being very involved with my clients, and making sure that I can come to all their national shows, all their regional shows. But on the other hand, it is empowering because you know that it's still going on and you are part of it even without competing. Because bikini and bodybuilding and all this beautiful fitness is not just about competing. It is well just being about being involved and contributing to the sport and loving the sport and loving the people that are doing the sport and finding that mutual interest with other people. I feel really deeply in my heart, which I was struggling to get on social media and say that. I feel deeply in my heart that I need a break. And I know it's hard. And if you are struggling with stepping off of competing for a while or forever, and you want to ask me a question or ask how I deal with it, I will be very happy to help. But I think my main tools is affirmations, is looking at the big picture and evaluating what is important for in life right now for me. And the important thing in life for me right now is being healthy, and I'm working on it. And as soon as I am healed, I'm ready to go, I'm gonna hit it again, you know? So anyway, thank you for listening. I hope I didn't ramble too much. And I'll record more podcasts like that about life updates and about, just bodybuilding and fitness. A little mini series about everything, a little mini series of podcasts, just me, and maybe bring some guests. And you have a great afternoon. Thank you for listening.